Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Broncos going up against the Diablos. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, it is the third largest stadium in the world with a capacity of over 95,000 as we are inside the Estadio Azteca here in the capital city of Mexico. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Mexico City Diablos. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down. And here now, the defensive starters.
Marcel Darius, year in and year out, plays at a Pro Bowl level.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest, because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw now on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play there. Second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. He'll drop to throw. Finding time. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's the option going right. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a cutback right sideline. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense? Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go. Ohio.
So now it's 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Now look at 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up in an offset eye. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Now let's go. Boom. Detroit. Detroit. Check 50. Detroit. Detroit.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Set. Green, 39. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play clock's running down. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and it'll be first down Denver. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. They'll set up to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Watch him now, Barney!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to air into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll run it here. Always got some breathing room. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll slide down to avoid. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff as they run left side. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, usually you don't think of the quarterback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 deep and a stoppage here. A time. Before this 3rd down play takes place. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for the... Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And finding Pruitt. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll go on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's got room. A great read, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll look to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A nickel back at it, and play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Back now in Mexico City. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And finding throwing. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
Now let's go. Detroit! Detroit!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! Big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Green 39! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. He's at the 50. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. short boot. Take it at the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant. Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it's a 1st down for the Broncos. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Immediately flashed through my mind.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their big tight end, his 4th touchdown on the year. Thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that's something you almost